So we did a story about big-time douche billionaire Howard Schultz, who was the CEO of Starbucks, and I think he was the owner of the Seattle Supersonics, who sold him, and so there are a lot of people who hate him for that. The team that KD got drafted to, and Seattle is forever going to be pissed off because their franchise went to OKC. But anyways, he is actually, like, right after I reported that story, he basically went on Twitter and he's like, oh man, you know, the country's in such shambles and I am thinking about running for president, as to like, oh, like hint at us. It's like having like a little, like a chub, you know? It's kind of what it's like. And so he did a book signing or book some shit, and a heckler called him out. Look at it.
I am seriously considering running for president as a centrist independent. And I wanted to clarify the word independent, which I view merely as a designation on the ballot. And
don't help elect Trump, you egotistical billionaire.
Yeah, shout out to that heckler, man. That was pretty darn good. But I have one point of disagreement with the heckler. And it's a disagreement because it's something that is held by more people than just him. And that position is that he's actually a threat to the Democrat winning in the election. Howard Schultz will not garner more than like 2 votes. And that's probably him and like one of his family members. But I guarantee even a bunch of his family members won't even support him. No one likes this guy. I have not come across a single, and Twitter does not represent the world. I understand that, but I literally haven't come across not even one, not a soul, who's like, yeah, Howard Schultz for president, man. Centrism rules. I love how there's a legitimate hatred of a duopoly in the United States by both sides that exists, but nobody cares about some douchebag smug billionaire, a plutocrat, and this is what he says. This is his platform. His platform is basically, you know, our biggest problem facing us is the national debt. You'd have to be stupid to think the national debt is our biggest problem in the United States when we have 30 to 40K people dying every year because they don't have access to basic health insurance. We've got I think the student debt number's at like it's over $1 trillion at this point. It's a bubble waiting to burst pretty much at this point in time. And you've just got so many things going on, and your priority is that, especially when there are things like modern monetary theory, which basically says the debt doesn't matter as long as there are untapped resources, and it's stupid. We're not Argentina, we're the United States of fucking America. We're not gonna default. It's impossible. And he says, oh, we can't afford Medicare for all. Dude, if you are going to run as a non of each sides, you have to embrace one of the actual ideologies that exists. So you either have to be a Trumpian or you have to be someone who's like a solid lefty. Okay, so you have to be like, yeah, I support Medicare for all, I support free college, I support $15 minimum wage or living wage in each state. You have to support those things, or you'd have to be some total loony like Trumpian. You have to embrace something that there's actual energy and desire for. No one likes centrism. Centrism blows. It fucking sucks. Nobody wants to hear some douchebag smug billionaire who has no problems lecture to us that we can't have a system of healthcare that exists in every other modern industrialized nation, and where Germany's had it since Otto fucking von Bismarck and shit like that. This guy he's a loser, man. I mean, his presidency is a joke. So he is an egotistical billionaire who has no sense of reality. But the thing I disagree with the heckler on is he's not a risk, and I think a lot of people think this. He's not a risk to Trump winning. He's going to have no effect on the election. The dude's a nobody. Nobody likes this guy. He's going to get like 2 votes. Nobody cares about this guy. Nobody likes centrism, okay? The very nature of political engagement is predicated upon the idea of being motivated to go vote. Nobody's motivated to go vote for some douchebag who's like, I'm in the middle, bro. I don't want to, the biggest problem we have is the debt and, that healthcare system that every industrialized modern nation has. Can't afford it. So, in conclusion, the dude's a douche.